Hi, welcome to Blade and Brush. I'm Mike, your wet shaver, back with another video. And as you can see from the thumbnail, we've got Cider House 5 back in the house for this week. It's the week before Halloween, and I wanted to go ahead and do another fall shave. So because it is rather cold and rainy outside, I wanted to do something that had a little bit more warmth and color to it. So let's go ahead. Yeah. My mouth is not able to process words today, but we're going to go ahead and shave today. Yeah. So, the last bits of my work computer arrived today, which is good. Now all I have to do is get it set up. All right, so yeah, like I said, Cider House 5 is our soap of the day. Going to use an Amber Aerolite synthetic brush right here. As you can see, it's a nice little pattern on here. But yeah, that's amber colored and then black, and then goes into the synthetic knot. But yeah, days like today, I want something fall scented. And being so close to Halloween, so we're going ahead and whipping up the lather. And let me tell you something, man. Things are getting crazy out there. They're saying that the government shutdown might drag on into next month. November, obviously, is when a lot of people's SNAP benefits are supposed to go into effect. And legally, they have to go through. But we're dealing with a bunch of people who do not recognize the law and will do whatever they want, and they get no pushback whatsoever. Even if the courts tell them, no, you're not allowed to do this, they just ignore it, which is stupid. Now, my guess is they think that if the public starts going hungry because the Democrats refused to let the ACA be gutted, which, to be fair, it was never a good bill to begin with. I mean, you can't get universal health care coverage by forcing people to buy private insurance, all right? Because private insurance is prohibitively expensive. And if you simply mandate that people must buy it and you do nothing to bring the cost down, it doesn't do any good. So about the only thing about the ACA that was worth anything was a Medicaid expansion. And that's what allowed me to get my teeth worked on, although I need to go back and get some work done. And it's also been covering my health care while I've been unemployed or underemployed. But yeah, the Republicans are basically betting that the Democrats will fold rather than allow the public to go hungry. And Democrats love to fold. But this is why I vote third party, because both parties like to play games with people's lives. And they don't particularly care about what happens to the rest of us, you know? Oy. Fortunately, I do start my new job on the 3rd. So hopefully things will start getting better, at least in my situation. All right, so we've got the Phoenix Ascension Select Twist Adjustable Safety Razor. Got the burnt orange colored tip to go on this one. It is a 3-piece razor, double open comb, designed on the old Gillette razors, as you can see. Now, the thing I like about these double open combs is that they make great buffing razors. Because the cap being open comb means that you can leave little streaks of lather that when you go over that same area a few times, that lather will help with the lubrication. And so there's residual slickness. So yeah, this week I went ahead and cooked up some pancit noodles, which are a Filipino type of rice noodle. First batch was spaghetti. Basically used it to make the ragu sauce and ground turkey meat because my aunt won't eat any red meat. So that turned out pretty well. And the reason I decided to use the pancit noodles for that was because my aunt, since her COVID infections, really hasn't been able to digest regular wheat-based pasta. And so now she can't really eat much of it. At least not in one sitting, anyway. But the rice noodles seem to agree with her. And then today I went ahead and cooked up the rest of them with Basically, I cook them in my rice cooker, actually. You can actually cook rice noodles in a rice cooker. What you do is for every 2 ounces, you add a cup of water, give or take. Might be more, might be under, depending on your rice cooker and the specific types of rice noodles. So in my case, I had 4 ounces, so I used about 2.5 cups. But you might need to go up to 3 cups. But I added a little bit of butter in there, along with some seasoning. And then I baked up some chicken. So all of that should keep us fed for the duration of the weekend. So you'd be surprised at how much 4 ounces of pancit noodles will expand after you add the appropriate level of water. But yeah, if you or anyone you know is allergic to wheat or gluten, and then you're trying to cut that out of your diet, try rice substitute. There's like rice flour, rice noodles. And there's rice pasta that you can use to make dumplings and stuff. Yeah, I've kind of been on a PAA kick. So last week I did the clown fruit, and then I did the diver down. And now the Cider House 5. Compared to the 316L stainless steel version, the grip on this isn't quite as good as that one. It's not to say that it doesn't have decent grip, it does. It's just that being modeled on an old Gillette razor, their knurling isn't as grippy as on the other Ascension twist adjustable. Which, if you're wondering why it's called twist adjustable, because there's no dial or anything with numbers that you can adjust to a certain level. You simply twist the cap, either halfway or a quarter or whatever, find your sweet spot, and then start shaving with it. Hence twist adjustable as opposed to dial adjustable. Personally, I think it's a neat concept. And those lather streaks, man. I understand why these were so popular back in the day. And also why they were discontinued. Because they might be popular, but they're also terribly difficult to make compared to a conventional razor head. And if it's more difficult to make, that means it's going to be more expensive. And so the major companies just didn't feel it was worth the investment. Gillette certainly didn't. The razor that these were modeled on was not a Gillette company. And so did not have the resources to go ahead and manufacture them in as many numbers. So it's unfortunate, but fortunately, Doug is a history buff like I am, and he loves his shaving history, and he is all about recreating vintage razors and putting his own twist on it. Pun intended, by the way. Oy. Before I forget, let me go ahead and get my witch hazel and alum treatment started. I'll start closing up any micro nicks and abrasions. Razor blade, of course, was my Astra Superior Platinum. And this was a second blade out of the tuck on its first week. We'll see if it goes another. Yeah, one of the reasons I like this scent profile is because of the pipe smoke. I've said this before on the channel, but I do like the scent of pipe tobacco. I just don't like the cancer that comes from smoking it. So this is kind of the next best thing. All right, so now we're going to get to the moment of truth, just see how my face is irritated or not. I didn't get any real feedback from the witch hazel and alum, so that is a good sign, but we'll see how the aftershave goes on. Oh yeah, I'm getting some tingling from that. Now we apply the underarm deodorant. Yeah, this is one of those scent profiles I got just about the entire line, although I did not get the Cider House 5 Cube pre-shaved soap. I had hoped to get that, but I do not have the money for that right now. It is, however, in my wish list, which I will have linked to below. So if you want to go ahead and get that for me before it gets sold out, I'll much appreciate it. And I will, of course, give credit to the person who got it for me. All right, that is our shave for today. So once again, Cider House 5 product line, Amber Aerolite, synthetic brush, and then of course the Ascension Select Twist Adjustable, all from Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements. Nice set for a fall day, week before Halloween. Go ahead and click the link below to the product line. I guarantee you will be pleased. So yeah, anyway, that's pretty much it for today. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, hit that bell notification so that you never miss a video. Until next time, this is Mike for Blade and Brush, signing off.